Biggest thing I've learned in life, other men ain't really your friends. Other men ain't really your friends. No one's really your friend, but once you learn this in life, that most men, like 99.99999% of them, almost 100% of them, are not your friends and don't like you and are jealous of you, and they always trying to one up you in every way. Whether they trying to one up you at work, whether they trying to one up you because they got a car or they got a bigger apartment or whatever the case may be. Niggas are constantly competing with you. People in general are competing with you, but men are constantly competing with you. And the crazy thing is you realize over time they're not really your friends because there's this thing called a hierarchy when it comes to friendships with men, meaning that there's a leader. It's kind of like playing chess. There's a leader, there's a bunch of pawns, there's a queen, like his girlfriend or whatnot, and there's knights and stuff like that. It's literally a full-on hierarchy with most people. And men are always trying to pass each other up in the hierarchy. That's why men constantly talk shit about each other, treat each other like shit, do backward shit to each other, because they don't understand that they're living in an unhealthy mindset and mind frame of always trying to one up each other. But they'll hang out with each other. And I've learned this at work, at school, when I was in high school, college, middle school, elementary school, all the jobs I've been at. You'll always have a group of men. They're always trying to compete for the top spot. They talk shit about each other so hard behind each other's backs. And this is what's crazy too. Society will convince you that that's normal. Like it's normal to be around dudes who claim to be your friend, but talk shit about you all day, every day, behind your back and even in your face, and call you a bitch, call you a loser, call you a pussy, whatever the words may be, whatever words they use. They use a lot of different insults. Call you a coward. They'll act like this is normal and you should want to be a part of that. But you shouldn't. Never trust another man. Never trust another man with your girl. Never trust another man with information. Keep your life private as hell. Don't tell him none of your business. This is another thing I'll say too. Don't tell them what you into sexually, because they're going to try to clown you. Men try to find anything to use against you in their arsenal to clown you. So, for example, let's say you a dude and you like, man, I like eating ass. They going to clown you. That nigga like to eat ass. You know you're ass eater, right? They're going to use that against you constantly. And it doesn't matter what race. Black dudes, white dudes, Mexican dudes. It doesn't matter what, Indian dudes, Afghan dudes, because they do that stuff too. Man, I got stories about the weird shit they do. But you learn that stuff over time, bro, that most people, most men are not your friends. They don't care about you. If you die tomorrow, their life would keep moving on. You know what they would say? If they found out you died, they'd be like, damn, that's crazy. Hey, you think his girl, Chanel, you think she single now? You think she might date a nigga? Dudes do not care about each other at all. That's why I always think it's weird that a lot of dudes will lose their independence and try to be a part of a group and be in a hierarchy. Now, of course, like when it comes to, like being at work, there's always going to be a hierarchy because you got like a general manager, you got what is it called? You got shift leads, general managers, you have area managers, you have the manager that's above the manager. What is it called? You have the hiring manager, you have the district manager, right? So there's always a hierarchy in that sense. But if you can control that, in your workplace, 100% control it. And if you have the spot of power, make sure you don't use your power for evil. Like if you're a general manager, be a good one. If you're a district manager, be a good one. And honestly, in my opinion, anybody who's under the age of 21 really shouldn't be a manager at all. I don't think you should have that much power as like a young person, man, because I've had too many managers that were 18, 19 years old trying to control everything, I had one of those back when I was like 23 when I worked at this factory job. My manager was an 18-year-old who used to get on my freaking nerves. I don't even know how he was the manager. Like, how is he freshly 18 and he's the manager? Like, that makes no sense. But I think his mom was like somewhere up there. Like she was in charge. I think she was like a district manager or something like that. But yeah, and in my last job, I dealt with that. You also gotta low key be careful when you got the ABC people as managers too, because they do weird stuff too, man. It's all a power play. It's all about power, man. But I never understood dudes hanging out in groups and just allowing one of them to be the leader and them clowning each other all the time. Like, that's why once I got to be about 19, I stopped doing that. Well, probably about 20. I stopped being in groups. I'm like, nah, I'm hanging out alone, bro. I'm gonna be a lone wolf in this bitch because there's too many dudes who be trying to, you know, hierarchy you and try to destroy your independence. It's better to be an independent dude. And that mess helps with women, all types of stuff, job opportunities, everything. Because you're a reflection of who you hang out with. Like, comment, subscribe.